Some stakeholders during a press conference in Abuja yesterday made a case over the malfunctioning and linkages in the oil sector. They also lament over the inadequacy with respect to transparency and accountability in public finance management in the oil sector, hence a call for the implementation of the Fiscal Responsibility Act. KAFTAN TV correspondent Victoria Ayorinde reports.
A project has been designed around advocacy for reforms in terms of transparency, accountability, and good governance in the petroleum extractive sector. This activity, funded by the United States Agency for International Development, is woven into the public financial management space, since petroleum is the mainstay of Nigeria's economy. The executive director of the paper, Oke Epia, is stating that there is need to reform the public finance management as regards the law to govern the petroleum extractive space. This development, after many years' attempts, he says, is aimed at addressing the malfunctioning and the linkages in the oil sector. Epia revealed that Nigeria's economic state is a concern as resources even from petroleum sector are not coming forth as it should.
A development that occurred after about 20 years of attempts to have a law to govern, the petroleum extractive space. And so we eventually had a law, but is the law, a cure-all? Is it a silver bullet that's been able to address all of the issues or malfunctions or gaps and leakages in the petroleum sector? Yes and no. Even the resource from the sector, the petroleum sector, is not coming forth or coming through as it should or as it used to. For example, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, which is, which used to be NNPC, but is now a limited liability company. Even before it became limited, for much of this year, it has not remitted, monies to the Federation account. So clearly, we are in a situation where we are in acute revenue shortages.
Ahead of the general elections, stakeholders emphasize the need to engage political leaders.
To get interested with our own money, okay? What are they doing with the monies that come from the proceeds of crude? The other one talks about, the ways the money talks about the remittances that the respective MDAs are supposed to make, and we've seen that level of reluctance in remitting the funds. So basically, we're trying to ensure that citizens are armed with the facts and figures, because it would be really critical as we move into the electioneering and the campaigning period that people have these facts and figures to also engage with the political actors.
If 2023 is an election year, we now need to get these senators, the legislature, we need to get them seriously involved to make sure that the Fiscal Responsibility Act is not only passed but also assented to, so that we can have a working document, we can have something to work to save the economy of this nation.
Also, the role of the media to galvanize the conversation and ensure citizens' participation was stated.
Being the watchdog as the media organization is, the key role of one, getting the data to the citizen in a consumable manner for them to take action is key here. If the citizens are going to take an action, they need to know what to do. And it's only the media who can break it down in the manner that is easy for them to digest. But the goal is that there should be more conversations on a weekly or bi-weekly basis on radio stations, TV, online, and other publications to be emphasizing this conversation. If we don't do that, what will happen is this election season will go by. And once it's gone, we'll miss an opportunity to be able to hold the NNPC, who for over 44 years has not been accountable. And now that it's a limited liability company, it behoves on us, even as media organizations, for us to thrive.
The need to improve Nigeria's energy sector cannot be overemphasized, as the opacity and inadequate transparency measures in the energy value chain has not made the largest African producing country, Nigeria, take advantage of the Russia-Ukraine war.